So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we're going to talk about a big anniversary coming up here in a couple of weeks, the 55th anniversary of Eisenhower's famous farewell address, which I think people are probably more familiar with that address and a certain phrase that we'll talk about perhaps than they are even of President Eisenhower.
Hi. You want to introduce yourself to the folks?
I'm Tim Reeves, the Deputy Director.
And that sounds impressive. What does that involve?
Well, it's probably not as grand as it sounds, but I do appear in a lot of episodes of Why Like Ike.
And when you're not becoming a TV star, what else do you do?
Well, I'm also the supervisory archivist.
So what I've been asking people, if they had to sum up fairly quickly their answer to the question, why like Ike, what would you say?
As Ike said, give me a week and I'll get back to you on that. Just kidding.
Very exciting.
Tell us a little bit about that program, and that'll be a great place to kick off our show today.
Well, we have 26 million pages of manuscript documents, and only 300,000 of them remain security classified. And it just so happens that that's one of them.
Hi, what's your name and what do you do?
I am Chelsea Milner, and I'm an archives technician, and I manage the research room.
What does that involve?
Orienting new researchers, helping them locate materials that they're looking for, protecting and preserving the materials in our holdings.
So if somebody was to ask you the question, why like Ike, how would you answer that?
I would say you should like Ike for his middle-of-the-road political policies.
Eisenhower was an interesting person to be president in the sense that he had dealt with an amazing number of world leaders prior to becoming president.
Hi.
Hello.
Why don't you tell us what your name is and what you do here?
Well, my name is Mary Burtzloff, and I'm an archivist here at the Eisenhower Library.
Great. And if you could answer in your own words the question, why like Ike, what would you say?
Well, I would say that I like Ike because he was a moderate, I think he was a great president, and just a very responsible and respectable guy. That's what I like Ike.
Thank you.
So what else about young Ike and Mamie can you present for us today?
She basically said her career was Ike, and on the day that they got married, he also received his first promotion to first lieutenant, and that was going to be kind of the pattern of their lives.
Hi. What's your name and what do you do here?
I'm Pam Sanfilippo. I'm the education specialist here at the Eisenhower Library.
So if you had to answer the question, why like Ike, how would you answer that?
Well, I have a perfect quote that I think applies to that question and that I sign all of my emails with. Eisenhower said, "The true purpose of education is to prepare young men and women for effective citizenship in a free form of government." And that's what I like about Ike.
That's right.
We've never done this piece before.
No, we've got some really interesting pieces in the collection that range from Ike and Mamie's early years together into their later years in the presidency, and some in terms of the gifts they gave each other or the gifts they received from other people.
Hi, boys. My name is William Cider, and I am the curator at the Eisenhower Presidential Library, Museum, and Boyhood Home.
And what does that involve?
Playing with all the fun stuff that I like to do. I love my job, and the curatorial team gets to catalog and manage all of the three-dimensional artifacts, as well as design and produce all of the exhibits. And we also get to take care of Ike's boyhood home and his mother's pride and joy.
If you had to answer the question, why like Ike, what would you say?
Wow, in 30 seconds or less?
30 seconds or less, why should you like Ike?
I'm not sure I could do it 30 seconds, because with the TV show, we're doing a whole episode on a specific moment in Ike's life. And so I think as a complete individual, as someone who even his adversaries liked, that's why like Ike. And how can you not like somebody who can live through everything he lived through and still be able to smile like that?
Tim, so good to see you as always.
Thank you, Dennis.
Great program. Why like Ike? Why not?